Welcome back to drilling class. Today I think we're going to focus mostly on some movements. I don't know if we're going to get to a specific position, but it's kind of what I was thinking would be fun to do, change it up a little bit today. So we'll start with a warm-up, and then we'll work our way into some different movement drills. Andrew, have you done this? Have you done classes, the Zoom classes yet?
I haven't done any Zoom classes. This is my first one.
Oh, you're my favorite student. Sorry, Katie. All right, so let's go ahead and start, guys. We'll just do a quick warm up. We'll start with some jumping jacks, squats, stuff like that. All right, I'll just count through all 10. You don't have to count in your house by yourself. All right, so we'll start jumping jacks and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cross. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Air squats. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go just a little stance here. So nice wrestling stance. We'll just move forwards. Right, back. Try to keep your hips low. Forward. Switch it up if you want. You guys will do monster walks to the side, so low squat, just little steps. We'll go through that again, starting with jumping jacks. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cross. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go air squats and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go wrestling stance again. Going forwards, hips low, back. We'll go side to side monster walk, so low squat, step in. All right, we'll go through a hip circuit, warm the hips up. We'll start with the one that we always do in class. So we'll go right leg up to the side and back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right leg circling forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right leg circling back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we'll go ahead and sit back. And we will circle in with the feet. Circle out. Technical guard pass, right? So you tuck the leg, sit up, pull with your heel, slide over the shin. Nice. All right, I don't know the name for this one. I think Professor Matt's been doing something similar, but we start with one leg tucked in, kind of bring your other leg behind you. You can stretch out that hip, and then you sit back on your hips, switch, back around. If you need to like use your hand to help you spin around, that's all right. Or if you feel pretty good. All right, guys, we'll go through that one more time, starting with the hip circuit from the top. Right leg up, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right leg circling forward, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One time circling back, right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go ahead and sit back. We'll circle in with the feet. I gotta find my timer. I left it. So guys, go ahead and circle in with your feet. And circle out. All right, technical guard pass. And then that last one, tuck the foot. Go back to both hips. I know whenever I have to take a break and I come back, my hips are always like the thing that gets sore at first. For Gary, it's all of his joints get sore. All right, we're gonna do some abs. I always like to do a little bit of abs. I miss the circle where everyone gets to pick, so I try to mix it up every week. We're gonna start with dizzies. We're gonna be like on our back. And like some people when they do this, do like a big circle, kind of hurts my back. So I just do like little circles so I don't hear any crunching and stuff, right? So we're gonna go to the right, 10, and then we'll go to the left 10. Okay? Just kind of sit on your hands, draw circles with your feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Regular crunches. If you guys want to throw in a collar choke grip, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now we're going to do jelly bellies. So we'll put our hands on the mat, both feet up, coming in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go through that one more time. Starting with dizzies to the right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To the left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go regular crunches. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the Katie special. Finish it off with some jelly bellies. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. All right, guys, you want to grab a sip of water real quick? Stop. No, lay down. You guys don't have to lay down. I'm talking about. All right. Wait for Andrew to get back. There he is. Okay. So we're just going to start with some basic hipping out. All right. And we're going to kind of build from there. So most of us already know when we hip out, right? We bend one leg, straighten the other. Okay. A lot of times at first, people have a hard time with this because they try to stay on their back. Right? So you want to be all the way on your side, and it's just like standing up in base, right? And instead of using your hand, you use your shoulder. And it just makes like a little space for your hips to go behind you. Okay? So you're not like lifting high off the mat, just like an inch. You kind of get light, get back, and come back in. Now everyone's gonna have like different space for this. Just kind of use the space you have. We're gonna practice each one, and then we'll drill for a minute. Okay, so we're gonna start. The first one is just regular hipping out like we do down the mat, right? So we'll start here. I hip out. I switch my feet. Hip out. Hip out. Right? All of you guys are probably good with that one. The next one we're gonna do is hipping in. All right. So you can do this two ways. You can use this foot or you can use this foot. I like to use this foot. Professor Gary likes to use this foot. So when we hip in, I pull with my foot and I go from my left shoulder and hip to my right. So I pull in and then I switch. So I pull like a hamstring curl, right? And this one's always hard for people at first. Try to get a good angle for you guys. So I'm pulling like this. I pull my hips in, and then I switch sides. Then I switch. Okay? Professor Gary's way, I pull with this foot. I do the hamstring curl on this side. So I pull in, right? In. Okay, does everyone feel pretty good for that? Thumbs up, Gary's bored. All right. We're gonna go push back here, hipping out from the hand. And we'll just do those ones real quick. Why don't we just mix it up on our own? We won't go like a minute of each because depending on your space, we can either hip out from the shoulder, you can hip back in, you can also go off the hand, right? But this stuff's really good for guard retention. You want to be able to kind of move yourself around the mat. All right, so we'll go for about 2 minutes, just mix it up between the three. All right, and Katie wants me to count. 1, 2, 3. Gary clapped. All right, guys, let's go. Get out. And mix it up. You can change your angle a little bit. I just wanted to give my neighbors new things to be like, what is going on in that garage? You can actually hip in from the hand too, right? Pull your hips in. Nice. That's good, Andrew. All right, nice guys. Let's do two more things, right? That are just kind of like fundamental drilling. So this one's it's pretty much knee to elbow, right? We're gonna bridge, and as our hips start to come down, we hip out, right? Start here. I bridge, nice high bridge, hips lifted. Since I'm facing this way, this is the foot that kind of drops down, and I bring my hips back, right? So I bridge this way, and then I hip out. Send it back in, bridge, hip. So if you guys feel pretty good for that, Andrew, you feel good with that? Yeah? All right, and then the last one, it's a good bridging drill, especially for like when we really need to get a lot of space. We're gonna pivot on our shoulder. So I'm gonna bridge up, try to keep my hips lifted, and I post like a tripod, right? Then I bring my leg back, and I let my hips down. You bridge, try to stay balanced, try not to use your hands. Come back, down, bridge. All right, so we'll go just 2 times each, about a minute of each. Right, so we'll bridge to hip out, and then we'll tripod bridge. All right, good. Good. All right, so let's start with bridge to hip out for about a minute. Ready, and break. I'm gonna set a little stoppy-watchy. All right, guys, now we'll go bridge up to the tripod, right? So bridge, like when wrestlers do this, they do it on the top of their head. My neck's not that good, right? If you're young and you have a good neck, go for it. If not, I just pivot on my shoulder, post, come back, hips down, bridge, post. Keep going, guys, like 20 more seconds. All right, nice. Let's go back to the first one again, right? So knee to elbow, bridge to hip out. Okay. Bridge. Perfect. 20 more seconds. Looking good. All right, so now we'll go tripod up. So the first one's like knee to elbow. This one's like the buck and roll, right? So I'm gonna trap, bridge, come up into the guard normally, okay? And this one, we'll just come back and reset, okay? So bridge, tripod. Nice, guys. Try to keep those hips elevated even as you come back. Don't just let your hips smack into the ground. All right, guys, time. All right. So I don't know, I must have just been thinking like repositioning and stuff like that today. So we're gonna work a couple of re-guarding drills. It's kind of hard to work repositioning the guard without a partner because you need like the pressure a lot of times, right? So we're not gonna do like the traditional one where we kick the leg over the head, okay? But this is one we do from a lot of places. It's probably like my main move. People always complain about my hooks. This is one of the things you can do to get your hooks in good spots where you can use them, right? So the way we see this in fundamentals class is usually from the side control escape where we frame, right? And we hip out, and then we want to come back to closed guard. So we step a foot over here, and then I thread my bottom knee back in, right? And then I'm in my guard again, right? If I was in butterfly guard, okay? Just to give you some context, I'd bridge, I'd hip out, I step over, and I pull in, right? We can also just make space. I don't know if you guys have ever rolled with Andrew, blue belt Andrew, but man, it's like he's just like Rich, right? He doesn't even do the bridge part. He just pulls that knee and he like folds himself in half. So we're gonna drill it from the bridge, but you don't have to bridge all the time to get this to work, all right? So everyone just kind of feel good with that. We'll bridge, hip out, just like we were doing before. I step over, thread my knee back through. Bridge, hip out, come back in. All right, does everyone feel pretty good for that? Andrew's got it. All right. And then we're going to replace using the wall, right? I don't know if everyone has a wall. Andrew's got a little space over there. Gary, I don't know. He's got some fancy dresser behind him. If I did this in my house and I was at home, my mom would yell at me for putting my feet on the wall. But luckily, I'm in my garage, right? I hope you guys can hear me. So we're going to put our feet here, right? Like we're on someone's hips, and I'm going to lift, okay? So I don't want my butt resting on the ground, right? I lift, and I'm going to step over and pull through. right? Just like we're walking on the wall, the hard part is you're gonna want to scoot away. So you got to keep your hips lifted so you can stay in close, right? Because otherwise we might have too much space unless we want to push pull, okay? So we'll step up like I'm putting my foot on their hip and I pull my leg through. Here. Andrew, you might be able to use your Everlast bag there too. Yeah, I would just kind of put my feet on that. That way you don't knock anything, hopefully knock anything over. It's a good thing Katie owns her own house. Her mom won't be yelling at her for footprints on the wall. Gary's going to be in trouble, but all right, guys, everyone looks good for this. So we'll do another mini circuit, all right? We're gonna go bridge, hip out, thread the leg through, and then we'll head over to the wall, pretend like we've got our feet on their hips, and just climb our feet back and forth. We'll do about a minute of each 2 times. All right, ready? Let's go and go for the first one here. So bridge, hip out, cross, thread the knee. Bridge. So Andrew, before you thread the knee when you bridge, give yourself some space, right? Shoot your hips out and then come over, right? So I'm gonna bridge and then my hips go back. I step over and clear. Instead of bridge and then trying to step over at the same time. So you kind of give yourself a little space with a hip out there. All right, guys, let's go find the wall and wall walk, right? Remember, hips elevated. Hips up. Place. Try to stay in tight. Nice. Maybe my bag idea was bad, Andrew. I don't know. All right, guys, let's go back to the bridge. Hip out, thread the leg through. One more time through each. Bridge. Make space. Replace. Bridge. Make space. Replace. Keep going, guys, like 10 more seconds. All right, time. Let's go wall walk one more time. Vinny used to do this drill all the time on me in drilling class, and he was really, really good at it when we trained. A lot of people who invert use this a lot too. I tried to invert earlier to see if we could do it tonight. I couldn't do it. I didn't want it on YouTube forever, so. All right, guys, time. Nice work. Let's go ahead and grab a quick sip of water again if you need one. We got about two more sets of things to do here. All right. So we're just gonna go through like closed guard, right? So it's really difficult to do closed guard with these homemade grappling dummies. Like I tried, and it just like started falling apart on me. But we can kind of work. I think we can work some of the movements here without one, right? So we're gonna go kind of like Kimura, hip bump, triangle. Okay. So we'll just be back as if we are in closed guard. Okay. A lot of the important movements here is going to be like a lot of side to side and my hips coming up, okay? So we do the Kimura sit-up sometimes in class where we post up on the elbow and I reach over like I'm grabbing over the tricep, right? So I'll kind of be in my closed guard. I pick a side. I go to that side. I post up and I reach over. That's kind of like the drill we do for that. So we'll come in. Right? A lot of times with the Kimura, though, we come back and we switch our hips, right? So instead of just doing the basic like ab work, we're going to finish with the hip switch. It's not perfect because, again, we can't drive off their body because we really want to get that angle change, right? We want to spin when we come back in. Okay, so we'll start closed guard. We'll break to the side. I go up onto my elbow. I reach over. And as I come back, I switch my hips, right? And look, we can reposition just like we drilled earlier, right? I can reach over, reposition, come over to the side, I sit up, right? As I come back, I'm switching my hips, okay? So we'll kind of go through that one. Everyone seems good with that. And then we're gonna go hip bump sweep, same movement. I rock up, right? I try to get all the way to my hand if I can, right? If you're having a hard time, you can go elbow to hand, but I find with the sweep, if you don't hit it, people know it, right? So you want to be able to hit it quick. The important detail isn't just turning the angle, because usually we bump into them, right? It's lifting the hips. So I got to lift, and then I hip bump, right? So I get to the side, post up on my hand, right? I lift my hips. I'm going to look over my post. Perfect, Andrew. I look over my post, hips lifted, take him over the top, right? Now the classic combination, or at least the one I think is classic that Ryan Hall was really good at, or is really good at, is the hip bump to triangle. So we'd usually go hip bump, and if they try to drive back in, we climb our leg, we triangle. Man, it's like really hard to do without another person. So just to kind of drill the concept, we're going to come in and just do some triangles, right? And who doesn't want to do more ab work tonight? We get a six-pack for the beach, all right? So we'll kind of go through those three, and then when we back in the academy, we're going to crush everyone with that triple attack. All right, so we'll go about a minute of each, starting with, no, that's perfect. I told him there's always a dog visitor. Nice. All right, guys, so we'll go Kimura sit-ups, hip bump sweep, triangle, each for a minute. We'll start. Katie wants me to clap again. 1, 2, 3. Gary, come on. All right, guys, Kimura sit-ups, right? With the angle change. I went the wrong way. Kimura sit-ups, the angle change. So in this one, you go away from the post, right? You go away from your elbow because you're grabbing the arm and you're going back in because you're pulling across your body with the Kimura, pinching on the back. Katie's giving me quizzical looks. Or maybe she's just frozen that way. Whoa. Nice. Andrew made it work with the grappling dummy. Maybe my grappling dummy is just like not good. I'm going to have to work on my grappling dummy. All right, guys, let's go hip bump sweep. Right, so post all the way up to the hand. Elevate the hips. That's the important part. Hips elevated, post around. So like hip bump, post around. You want to get your hips above their hips, right? So if I stay low, they're just going to flatten me up. So I can elevate, post around. Guys, perfect. Right, so now we'll go triangles. Normally we'd hip bump, grab the head, kind of sit back, lock it up. If you want to drill it that way, you can. Or we'll just go for some quick setups. Right? The normal setup would be hip bump, leg high, here, sit back, lock it up. Andrew, like I need to borrow your grappling dummy. That's excellent. Whoa, stop. Or more duct tape. Maybe I need more duct tape. Nice. All right, guys, from the top, we'll go back to Kimura setups. Since some of you guys have the grappling dummy, remember, we reach up over, right? We grab their wrist and then our own wrist, right? Then we can come back in, change the angle. All right, so we'll go Kimura to change the angle. Gary's got a grappling dummy too. That thing's kind of, what? That's like a real one.
I just followed Professor McMahon, and it worked.
See, Andrew, I should have paid more attention in the video. Katie has the problem I have. Katie has the problem I have. I know, it's just tough, Katie, it's tough. I'm spoiled, I guess. All right, guys, hip bump sweep, right? So remember, try to hit that post, elevate the hips, change the angle, right? You need that extra look over your shoulder, tells you where to go, come around to the side. Nice. Right. Post, elevate, change the angle. All right, guys, last one, triangle setups. We can go solo triangles, or with the grappling dummy, we'll go hip bump, grab the head, leg goes high behind the back. So if I'm posting on my left hand, my right hand goes high, my right leg goes high. Right, and then I sit through. So if I'm posting left hand, hips, right leg goes high. Left knee comes through, pulls back through this way. Get a good bite. Nice. 10 more seconds. Post, elevate, leg high, thread through. That's good. All right, guys, time. So normally I've been doing a lot of wrestling on the front end of class, and I get too excited about it, and I feel like it was eating up a lot of time. So we're going to do a little bit of wrestling at the end, just because I think it's a good way to get our heart rates up. We're going to go back over double leg to single leg, and whatever you have, if you have something, Bo thinks I've got frisbees. They're not frisbees. All right. So something to visualize 2 legs, because wrestling is hard to do sometimes when we don't have a lot of experience and like to shadow wrestle, right? So I like to use 2 plates. We're going to close the distance. So I step 1, 2. Right, so I'm going to close the distance, level change, lead leg drives through, right? I step up, and we're going to do how Coach Josh likes to finish. We're just going to run straight to the side. So I'll do one facing head on with you guys, right? So I close the distance here, level change. Look, I'm trying to drive through, past the paper plates, past your visual. I step up, drive to the side, right? So we're gonna load them up. If you guys have bad knees, we can level change and just drive through, step up, go to the side, right? Bad knees, level change, here, step up, drive through. Okay? We're gonna go single leg. Everyone looks good for that. Single leg, sorry, my lighting's starting to get bad, guys. But double leg, I go through the middle. Single leg, I go to the outside. So I'm gonna go to the outside of my plate. I hook here, right? Drive up, pivot on my front foot, go for the single leg dump. Right? So I go around, I'm hooking here, head in, drive, pivot off the other foot. Okay? So we're just gonna go stance in motion. Everyone looks good for that? Yeah, I'm gonna call them out. Double leg, single leg. Just like in warm up, kind of moving around, right? Good wrestling stance, low, hands in, right? Coach Josh would say disciplined hands. Let's go ahead and start, guys. Just moving around your living room, wherever you are, use your space, and switch your lead leg. Don't cross your feet. Don't cross. Okay, just kind of moving in, moving out, and double leg. Emphasize the drive if you can, if you've got the space, right? And double leg. Right, the single can be harder to visualize. Single, level change, hook on the outside, drive up, rotate. Sorry, Bo thinks that I'm telling her to come and she's on a leash. You're fine. Stop. And single leg. Double. Double. Double leg. And single leg. Drive up, pivot on the back foot. Single leg. Nice, guys. Let's go one more minute. You're fine. You're fine. And double leg. Single leg. Single leg. Double. And one more double leg. Nice, guys. That's time. Good job, everybody. Yeah, I like I said, every time, if you guys ever have any feedback, drills, other things, you know, like I know a lot of solo drills, but, you know, there's like a limit on how much you can do alone sometimes. So if you guys have some ideas or things you've been working on, please share them and we'll add them into class. My goal is always to just keep everyone moving. You know, like for me, it's hard to watch instructional videos right now. Like my brain wanders because I don't have anyone to do it on, right? It's difficult. So yeah, so just trying to keep everything moving. I got to work on my grappling dummy is what I've learned. Andrew showed me it can be done, right? And yeah, guys, good job with class tonight. I think Luke will end it kind of on Facebook and then we can chat for a couple minutes maybe. Yes.